Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and this vlog, not today, is gonna be my surgery endometriosis vlog. The reason I've got makeup on is I've just come back from an event, a restaurant, so good actually. It's called Mia in King's Heath in Birmingham. So nice, Mediterranean. But let me tell you about the stress I've had today picking up this. We have Picolax. Never heard of it in my life. Prescription laxatives. So you can imagine how my night's gonna go. So if anyone's wondering, I'm about to have surgery tomorrow for my endometriosis. I've got stage 4 severe. I'm gonna go more into that in a bit, but let me tell you about the drama I had today. So imagine the surgeon calls me at 3:30 and he's like, have you done your bowel preparation? I said, what? You will understand the drama that I've had when I explain. I've had a 5-year battle with the NHS for this surgery. But anyway, they call me and they're like, have you done your bowel preparation? And I'm like, I don't even know what you're on about. And they were like, you've not took the Picolax. And I'm like, what the hell is Picolax? It's a prescription laxative. And I'm like, no, I haven't done that. And they were like, you should have. And I was like, you've not prescribed me anything. You've not told me. You've told me half an hour before I'm supposed to take it. So it took me 2 hours to drive to the hospital because there was so much traffic. Then I had to get these. Then I had an event, so I've had to come back. I'm going to take one of these now. I'm scared. And I've got to take another one at midnight. But I'm probably going to take it maybe a bit later than that. I mean, I've got to be up at like 5:30 in the morning. But I'm probably not going to really sleep that much anyway because I'm going to be so stressed. But I'm going to go into more detail about the battle I've had with the NHS and my endometriosis journey and story. It's just I really wanted to get this rant out the way. So this is the night before. I'm really nervous, really nervous. I'm scared, but it's got to happen. So I've done the pack my hospital bag with me on another video, which I've already posted. So go and check that out. So guys, it's like 2 in the morning. I haven't slept a wink because I think I'm just so stressed, and this Picolax, I've took 2 doses and it hasn't done anything, so I'm starting to get a bit worried because obviously I've got the bowel surgeon, the bladder surgeon and the endo surgeon there, and I don't want them saying they can't do the surgery if I haven't done the bowel preparation. So I'm just praying I'm come to sleep on the sofa because I'm come downstairs to just make sure I can just keep getting bottles of water in, drinking loads of water and go to the toilet without waking him up. I read online that if you keep going, like drinking loads of water, it should help. So I'm going to do that over the next few hours. But yeah, I haven't slept a wink. And this is who's with me, supporting me. So guys, I am so tired. I was first on the list, but they've moved me second because they're waiting for the urology team. So I'm just trying to get some sleep. But it's not gonna happen because it's so loud in here. Yeah, so tired. So guys, it's the morning. I'm going to update you when I get home about everything in the process, but I'm just having some toast. Is it like a little one? That's so cute. So cute. Oh. So he got me some things because I forgot some things at the hospital. He got me some pyjamas, which I've been bleeding through my pyjamas anyway, so he did that. And a cute dressing gown and these slippers, they're so cute, and a cat blanket. And what else did you got? Games too. This game, which is my favourite game in the world, and it's finally come on PlayStation, so that's going to be what I'm going to do. And a new whole bowl. So cute. And also he could bring flowers into the hospital. Apparently they've stopped this, so he got me like a little fake flower, which is so cute. It's just come out of its box now. But we're going home. Finally, we're nearly going home. So guys, I thought I would give you a little update. I've just put normal clothes on for the first time since, what was it, Wednesday? It's now, what day is it today? It's now Sunday, so I'm back home. I got home yesterday. They let me go about 4 p.m. once they took the catheter out in the morning. They took my fluid blood bag out. Once I could prove that I could have a wee by myself and I was okay, then they would let me go home. So I thought I would try and fill you in on basically the surgery. Sorry, my tripod is downstairs, so I'm trying to lean it. So I thought I would fill you in on exactly what happened. So I got diagnosed with endometriosis when I was about 26. I think it was when I was like 26 or 27, so a long time ago. I've been going to the doctors since I was about 13 years old, saying I've been in chronic pain, my periods are super heavy, I was bleeding every 2 weeks, I was having a problem with my bowels, everything, and they just diagnosed me with chronic IBS, which the surgeon was saying he does actually think I have chronic IBS, but I was just in so much pain all the time, and then they kind of just shoved me on the pill at 15. And I was like, okay, that's not really doing anything, but obviously there wasn't much research about endometriosis back then. So I do understand that from their side. Anyway, because I never got diagnosed with it, it was untreated for years and years and years till I became the age of like 26 or 27, where I was in a relationship before this one. And I was in so much pain, and his mom was a nurse midwife and she's an amazing woman, and because of her I got diagnosed. She was like, I think you have endometriosis. She worked alongside one of the endometriosis specialists in the West Mids, so she was like, I think you should go and get a referral and get checked. Thank God, because of her I did, and the first scan I ever had, it was like an internal and an external, but just like the smallest scan they could do really. Then I went on to have MRIs and everything. The words they used were, it's a mess in there. So that obviously freaked me out that she said that. Then I eventually got sent to do loads of other scans. I've done every scan you can literally imagine. I had so many tests over the period of years, and I had such a battle with them trying to get my surgery done. And there was a surgeon who was originally supposed to be on it. He then left, went back to Egypt for whatever reason. Then it was waiting for another surgeon to come in. Then there was temp surgeons that came in, and it was just really a mess. It was like this battle, and my appointments kept getting cancelled. My surgeries kept getting cancelled. And basically it got to the point where it just got worse and worse and worse. And then I became stage 4. Then I had it all in my bowels, in my bladder, everywhere. And what they originally told me was, oh, we should give you a hysterectomy. And I was like, no, I want to have children. So obviously they were like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do the surgery. And then I said, but I'm in pain. Like, I'm in pain. It was going nowhere. It felt like a battle that I was just forever losing. I think this was the 3rd time this year my surgery got booked, got cancelled on me twice. And to the point where I actually put a complaint in with PALS, I think it's called, and escalated it. And I was like, look, I'm going to have to keep escalating this now, because it has been 5 years. And the PALS team actually came back and made a list of lies, saying like I was refusing treatment, I weren't turning up to appointments and all this, and saying that they offered me other hospitals. And I was like, no, this never happened. Like, this never happened. And they were blaming me. So I was absolutely fuming. But in the end, I finally got my appointment. And what they originally had told me that was going to happen was they were going to try for keyhole. If they couldn't do keyhole, they were going to have to do like a C-section sort of cut incision. So obviously I've managed to have keyhole, which I'll show you in a minute. It did say to me they were going to have to cut my bladder open and take a chunk of my bladder and sew it back up, because there was like this huge endometriosis lump in there, which was what was causing me so much pain on my bladder, and it just felt like a huge UTI. They needed to separate my organs because my organs had started to stick together. I had like abnormal cysts on my ovaries, and there were cysts everywhere, and it was basically, she was right, it was a mess in there. Anyway, I then go into my surgery. I'm absolutely crapping myself, and my partner wasn't allowed through the the ward bit that I had to wait before going on, because it was just females only. But because I'd like barely slept the night before, I was sort of in and out of sleep, although it was so cold and loud in there. So I think out of it anyway. I hadn't even been on meds at that point. Then eventually they got me, I think I was like 3 hours delayed my surgery because they had a malfunction with some equipment or something. Anyway, they then took me in and they basically put me under. When I came around, I was really freaking out. I was like, oh, screaming, like my bladder was killing me. I felt like I needed to wee, like my bladder was going to explode, but they was like, you've got a catheter in. I was like, I need to force this wee out. They're like, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. And I was like, please shut the curtains, because the curtains were all open and everyone could see me. I was like, shut the curtains, shut the curtains. And then eventually they shut the curtains. They managed to calm me down. And then the surgeon came to see me, but I was still really out of it. So I don't know why they tried to talk to me at that point, because I was still really out of it. My surgery took about 3 hours, about 3.5 hours. But luckily, my surgery actually went really well. Although I've had a really bad experience with that hospital and the NHS and the surgeons and stuff, the actual surgery went really, really well. So I am so grateful for them for that. So I spoke to my surgeon when I came out, although I had to write another list of questions for the next day when I saw him, because I was so out of it. And obviously the first thing I was like, look, tell me about my fertility, because what I did do is signed an extra piece of paper for them to inject ink in my fallopian tubes to see if they were flowing. And obviously trigger warning, as like, you know, this may also be horrible for people to listen to if they've had different experiences or same or whatever. My right fallopian tube is great, and he said my ovaries are great, which is amazing, but my left fallopian tube is basically buggered, gone. So I've only got the one tube to go off. But I said, does this make my chances go down to like 50% with having children? And he was like, no, it's about 80. So it hasn't half the chances, which is really good. It's just obviously that one tube is completely blocked, and they just said they can't do anything about it. So that was kind of the only bad thing about my surgery. What was amazing is they did the surgery so well that they didn't have to actually cut into my bladder. So that was really good. So they didn't cut into my bladder at all. So that took like the recovery time, like half. So I thought I was going to be in recovery for like 8 weeks, but I'm actually only going to be in recovery for 4. So that's really good. I don't want to be off that long anyway, just because obviously I've got mortgage bills and I want to enjoy my job before I leave for Dubai. And also, you know, I don't obviously want to be in pain for that long. The only thing I will say is I have 2 stents, one either side, and these stents are basically like these rods, these like poles that are each side of my body, and it's holding my uterus. Is it my uterus? My uterus and like my kidneys in place. So they put them there in case they did need to operate on my bladder, but obviously they didn't need to. So originally they would have had to be kept in for 4 weeks, but he's going to take them out after 2 weeks because I begged him, because they are so painful. It's like pushing on my bladder, and they did keep warning me before my surgery. They were like, look, these stents are not going to be comfortable. They're so painful. They're like pushing on my bladder. So it kind of feels like how my endo was feeling before. So I don't feel any better right now. So I'm hoping once they take them out that it's going to be like a, you know, oh my God, like a quick relief. So that's the only thing left to do. So when I woke up, I did obviously have a catheter in. I had the catheter in for 2 days. That wasn't as bad as I thought. It was actually nice to not get out of the bed. So, and I didn't have a number 2 whilst I was there the whole time. Obviously I had to take those laxatives before, so I was probably completely flushed out. But the catheter was actually not that bad, like, you know, having it in. And then when they took it out, I was so scared, but it wasn't that bad, that painful when they took it out. It was fine. Then I had this other like big blood bag. It was blood that kept coming out and seeping out from where it was inserted, which was annoying. I had to keep asking them to put more dressing on, but that he took that out. That wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world either. I'm really hoping when they take these stents out that it's not going to be painful to take out. Apparently it's like a really quick job as well, but he did say it was going to like feel completely relieved after that. So I can't wait to get those out. Should get them out in like the next week and a half, up to 2 weeks. I'm just praying sooner rather than later, because the kind of pain I have now is like, it feels like I've got a bad UTI every time I go to the toilet as well, it's just like a UTI feeling. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. This is like what my endo felt like on my bladder. So I just want that, and then I can deal with the rest of it. Like the pain of like where my incisions and everything are, I can deal with all the rest of it. The only thing I would say as well is like my wee is still like, it's like pure blood. I'm weeing like pure blood. It's quite scary. It's gotten a bit better today, I've noticed, but oh, sorry, I keep getting shooting pains as well. But it is getting slightly better, but obviously I'm still weeing a lot of blood. My stomach is quite swollen. I'm going to show you my incisions. Obviously not the cut. They managed to do keyhole on me, which is great. So I've got 4. I've got here. As you can see, my belly's really swollen. Then I've got 1 there, and I think there's like 1 down here or something. Yeah, and my belly's really swollen, and it is quite sore, but like, that's quite manageable. Like, that is not bothering me. It's just my bladder. It's just the bladder pain that's bothering me. I'm on a whole bag of meds. I've got this huge bag of medicine that I'm taking, like paracetamol, codeine, buscopan, and there's like 3 other drugs that they're giving me, ibuprofen, but then like other stronger ones. They were going to put me on tramadol, but they decided not to do it because they said that they thought I was recovering quite well. I probably would have preferred that because this bladder pain is something else, but obviously I probably would have had to get weaned off that as well, because I had to get weaned off the morphine, because when I was in the hospital they put me on morphine, and I had this like button where I could just keep like basically putting the morphine in me whenever I needed it. And when like the anesthesia and everything was sort of wearing off, like I was literally putting the morphine in because it was just horrible. The buscopan, they were giving it me like injection for a while in there. That helped for like an hour, but then that would wear off. The one thing I would say with all the drugs that I'm on at the moment is I'm all right now, and then in the next half an hour I could be super sleepy, like super sleepy. I slept for the first time last night really well, so I fell asleep on the sofa for like 3 hours. Me and my partner did. It was really bizarre. We were both watching House of Dragons and we both just fell asleep. Then we came up to bed about 8:30, which this is like not like us. And then we both slept through, just slept all night. I did wake up, I think, a couple of times, but fell back to sleep. Then I got up about 7 and I've been up ever since then. I think now it's like midday. Yeah, it's 12:30 now. So I've got my mother-in-law coming round to see me, and then I think my mum's coming round as well. So I've put some clothes on, basically trying to make myself look presentable. But yeah, so that is how it's going at the moment. I'll check in with you guys like in another couple of days, and if there's anything I forgot to say, I'll come and say it on here. But at the moment, it's okay. It's just this bladder pain. But yeah, also the hospital food was really not that bad. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't like awful, and I was really surprised. Hi guys, so it has been a week and 1 day since my surgery, and I am starting to sleep through the night now without having to wake up and take medication, because before it was like when the medication was wearing off it would wake me up, and I couldn't get back to sleep. I was having baths in the middle of the night because I was in so much pain. And honestly, it was a nightmare. But, sorry, I'm just trying to turn my TV on. So I've just got my nails done as well, because I actually just wanted to feel a bit more alive and girly. And I just wasn't feeling like that at all. So I've done that to make me feel better. And I have been doing things like I've been doing laundry, cleaning, cooking. I've went to an event last night just for a couple of hours. And I'm sort of getting around a bit more now, so I'm feeling a lot better. But it's just the bladder pain, like the swelling on my belly, the incisions, all of that I can deal with, absolutely can deal with. I just can't deal with the constant feeling of needing to wee, the pain on my bladder. I can't deal with all that. It drives me insane. But I've got my stent removal on the 7th, so that's it's the 2nd today. So 5 more days and I can get that out, and that should be a lot better. But yeah, it's getting slowly better, guys. I think once I get the stents out and I've sort of recovered from that, I'll probably close the video then, because I think from then it will just be absolutely fine. But this is just my update a week on. Oh, don't mind me. I've just woken up. I got the red wine stains, I usually do. I'm so happy because today is the last day of me having these stents in. Tomorrow I get them removed, and I don't think you understand how desperately I want them removed, because they are pushing into my bladder. Imagine feeling like your bladder is completely full
all the time. Even after you've just had a wee, it's completely full and you're desperate to go, and it's painful because you're holding it in. That's how it feels 24/7. 24/7. The meds don't work. Even the morphine wasn't working in the hospital. The only thing that helps a little bit is literally having a hot water bowl glued to me, and as you can see, I've taken the cover off so it's hotter. It is so painful, it makes me not want to do anything. I feel like I've been miserable for 2 weeks. I honestly really truly believe I've been miserable for 2 weeks. I want to clean my house, I want to get loads done, I want to go out, I want to see people while I'm recovering. And like, my friends have been asking to see me, my friends and family, and I've just been like, I just want to get these stents out first. Like, let me get these stents out and then I'll see people, because I literally feel miserable. I'm the type of person, like, if I'm not in the best of moods, I won't see anyone because I don't want to be like negative around anyone. Honestly, it's so painful, like so painful. So I get them out tomorrow. Hopefully it's instant relief and life-changing, because that's what the urologist surgeon told me. He was like, it's like instant once you get them out, like you feel so much better. A couple of my incisions, like I mentioned in the previous clip, are extremely sore. So I've got 4 incisions and 2 of them have healed absolutely fine. They were all healing amazingly. They were all like, I couldn't even feel them at first. Like, honestly, I was so shocked. I couldn't even feel my incisions. But then I went in the shower and I washed my hair, and I did have plasters covering them, but I think like a bit of soap and that got into them. And then the one incision on my belly button and the one further down on my left, it just got, I think, irritated by that. That's the only thing I can think of that irritated it. And I don't know if they're infected or not. I called the hospital and the hospital were like, look, unless you get like a fever or you see like pus coming out or whatever, they might have just been irritated, blah, blah, blah. I have had some sort of a substance come out of a couple of them, but I don't feel ill, and they are a little bit red and sore, and I don't know what to do. I'm obviously going to the hospital tomorrow anyway, so I might just show them at the hospital and see what they think. The one on my left further down, it's still super sore, but it's starting to dry up now. Because it's starting to dry up, it's like starting to heal. But the one in my belly button is like, it feels like it's so wet still. Like, because it's obviously in a belly button, it's like harder to heal, because obviously it's like enclosed, whereas the others are all open and, you know, better to air dry. But my belly button one is like really struggling to heal. So I'm really just hoping that's not what I deal with next. I'm really hoping there's no infection there. And I've decided to go back to work in about a couple of weeks' time, because I'm doing like 3 days in the office. So it's not really going to be anything. It's just going to be driving back and forth and going to like the main headquarters, which is fine. It won't really, you know, won't really be that bad. It's just the drive, obviously, but because the stents will be out, I'm hoping that it's fine. Worst case, if I'm not okay, I'll have to just call back in sick. I'll just have to do it. You know, I thought I should be okay. And then I have 1 or 2 days off, and then I have an Oman, which is what I bidded for. And this is the 3rd time lucky, hopefully going to Oman, because every time I bid for it, I lose it. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to lose it again. I'm hoping that by then I'll be fine, because that will be the 4-week mark. And they did say to me only 4 weeks recovery. And obviously I'm trying to do the minimum because I don't want to be off that long. I need the money with work, my mortgage, and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I think it should be fine, but I'll update you tomorrow once these stents are out, and hopefully I'm on here a whole different person with a whole different energy. Today's the day I have a flexible cystoscopy, yeah. And I am nervous. Last time I had a cystoscopy, I had like a mental breakdown in the hospital, but this is when I had the endo on my bladder, because I was in so much pain after, when I had a wee after, because they filled my bladder with water. I don't know how, sorry, I'm out of breath, I just ran up the stairs. I don't know how this is gonna go. I've got my partner with me this time, so I'm not by myself as well, which is nice. And I'm just so excited to get these stents out, but I'm also so nervous, and I'm going to ask them about 2 of my incisions because I feel like they might be infected. So I'm going to ask them for some antibiotics or cream or something for those. So that's 2 birds. But I'm just praying that the stent removal is like instant relief, because it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. It's like having a full bladder and someone is squeezing it all the time, and you've got nothing in you. You literally haven't drank anything. You've got nothing in you. You've gone to the toilet a million times, and it's just awful. And it's like this pulling feeling. It feels like someone's trying to just pull it out of your vagina. It's horrible. Just praying it all goes well and praying it's instant relief after, and I will feel like a new woman if it does. But yeah, so let's go get it done and I'll update you after. Okay guys, we need to talk. Firstly, ignore the hair because I put hair oil in, so my hair is hella greasy, and I stripped my bed this morning. I've actually got a sheet on. He put a sheet on for me, bless, but I was in that much pain that I've just got into the bed with no sheets. I know that's disgusting. I'm going to do my bed sheets in a minute, but oh my god, I need to talk to you about this experience first, because I haven't moved in about 6 hours, but I'm just starting to feel better. Okay, so today I went to go and get my stents out. I was extremely nervous. I was nervous about my incisions because they've been painful, a couple of them, and I was just super nervous. Obviously, just getting these stents out, like, is it going to be painful? What am I going to feel like after? So I went to the hospital. They put the local anaesthetic on, which stings, by the way. I don't remember the first time it's stinging, but it stung this time, but that was nothing. Oh my god, so they put the camera in, okay. Do you know what? The pain of like them actually pulling the stents out, it was painful because it scrapes on you as it comes out. It was painful, but nothing compared to the after feeling. But anyway, they put the camera in, they took one stent out. I was like, oh, because it's like a really sharp pain. Imagine like something just scratching on your organs on your inside, because they're like a rod with like hooks on the end like that. So imagine all that scraping and pulling on your organs as they're taking it out through your bladder hole. So take one out, I'm like this, breathing. Then they give me 5 minutes, we have a 5-minute break. Then he's like, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, just get it over and done with. So bang in, bang, pull the other one out. I'm like this, oh my god. And then I'm thinking, okay, am I going to have instant relief? Because they kind of gaslit me a bit. The surgeon was like, you're going to have instant relief, like, you know, you'll feel a million times better after they're out. But then when I went to the appointment and I spoke to the consultant that was taking them out, he was a bit like, no, you're probably still going to be a bit sore and have some side effects. And I was like, right, okay, that's not what I thought was going to happen. My legs are like shaking, so I put my trousers back on and all this. My legs are like shaking. I feel so uncomfortable. My bladder is so sore. I'm so scared to go to the toilet, because obviously this is what happened last time. I went to the toilet and I had like a breakdown after because of the pain. Anyway, I go to the toilet. They did say it may sting. Thank God it didn't sting. It didn't sting. It wasn't comfortable, but it didn't sting, like a UTI or something. But I come out and I say to my partner, I'm like shaking. He's like, are you okay? And I'm shaking and I'm like, I need to get home. I need to get home. He's like, do you want to wait? Like, maybe we should wait in the hospital for a little bit just to make sure you're okay and then go. And I was like, no, I need to be home, because when I'm in pain, I just need to be home and be out. I can't be in public. I can't see anyone. I want to be isolated. I want to be alone. Like even today while I've been lying in the bed, I said to my partner, I was like, just go out and get the bits done that you need to get done. Just leave me to sort of recover by myself. Like I can't be around anyone. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm like that. But bless him, he fed me, gave me water, did me hot water bottles, you know, everything, got my iPad, set me up. And then he was like, all right, if you're saying that, I'll leave you, because he wanted to stay with me. And I was like, no, I just want to be alone. I'm just about letting the cat in with me. I get in the car, I'm like shaking. I'm like, my bladder's killing me. I'm trying to put my hot water bottle on my bladder. I'm like, oh my God. By the way, they looked at my incisions and they were like, yeah, we're not worried. They don't look infected. They're just a bit sore. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I did think they might have gave me something for them, but no. This is a really horrible angle as well with my fat double chin here. I want surgery on this, by the way, but that's a whole nother video. And yeah, I am naked because I don't actually know why. Well, I got home well, no, let's rewind back. So get in the car and I'm like, oh, like feeling like my bladder is so uncomfortable. Then all of a sudden I get these shooting pains all up my back. My lower back was aching, which they did say to me when I was getting the stents out that would happen because they were obviously on my kidneys. I have the lower back pain, but then I started having these shooting pains all up my back, and then all of a sudden my whole back was just gone. It was just Oh, the agony. Pain out of 10 was 20. That was worse than my surgery. That was worse than any endometriosis pain I've ever had. And I've had bad endo pain. Worse than the surgery. Oh my God. Like, the most excruciating pain. When I spoke to my stepmom on the phone, she said that like when she had kidney stones and she had kidney pain up her back and everything, she was like, Jess, it was worse than childbirth. So I was like, oh my God, like somebody kind of understood what I was talking about. The pain, I've never experienced anything like that in my entire life. I thought I was about to pass out. I was like this, like almost passing out in the car. I thought I was going to be sick from the pain. I couldn't keep still. I was screaming. I was panting. My partner was just like trying to drive. He was like freaking out because he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to help you. And I'm having almost like a panic attack. Don't know what to call it. I just can't keep still. I can't relax. I'm in so much pain. I call the hospital up and I'm like, is this normal? I don't think this is normal. I'm about to go to A&E. They were like, no, some people do suffer with severe back pain and severe pain after. They didn't tell me this. They just said go home and take some meds. They didn't give me any meds either, but I still had some meds left over from obviously my surgery. So I come back, I take them. I take double the codeine I'm supposed to. I don't think I was supposed to do that, but I did that because I was like, this needs to be gone. I jump in the bath. Doesn't really help the pain that much, but it's more like the heat, and then baths psychologically relax me. So I was kind of like relaxing, well, trying to, and then I just get out and I get in the bed and I'm just writ off. He brings me a hot water bottle. I asked for another one for like one each side, so I'm like completely covered in hot water bottles. He does that. He gets my iPad. I put some on. He's trying to talk to me. He gets me some food. I'm trying to relax. The going on my phone and watching something helped a bit. Oh my God, after about an hour, it stopped. My bladder's still semi-sore, but nowhere near as bad as it was. I feel worlds apart. I thought I was dying. It was that painful. I was like, oh my God, something has happened. This is going wrong. That was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. Would never do it again or recommend. I've been in bed, to be honest with you, for like the past nearly 6 hours just recovering, because I'll be honest, in my recovery I've still been doing laundry, cooking, filming, hobbling about. I've left the house a few times. I've not really relaxed, and my partner keeps saying to me, he's like, you're not relaxing, you're still doing everything. He was like, you need to just lie and do nothing and just chill. But I'm a little bit like, like I struggle with that. Like if I want a chill day, I want to choose to have a chill day. But I've always got so much to do. I'm such a busy person. I've always got 1,000,001 things to do. So I struggle to just stay still. But today I have just laid in bed. I finished Real Housewives of Lagos season 3. I've laid in bed. I think I'm going to watch some on YouTube now. I do want to get up. I want to put some more oil in, wet my hair and wash my hair, to be honest with you. But then I'm going to have to Dyson straighten it as well. But oh well, I'm going to do it. My body is screaming at me, just stop, relax and chill. But my God, I've never been in so much pain in my entire life. And that was my TED Talks on stents and stent removal. Thank God. I think the worst part is over now. Thank God, thank God, thank God, good God. I mean, look at this. These bags are from, oh, what is that? I've got these bags, and these bags are from loss of sleep. Literally not sleeping because of the pain and just keep waking up. But I'm ready for my glow up. So guys, today is the day after I had my stents out. Oh my God, I still have really bad bags, but I think that's just from 2 weeks of like bad sleep. But I feel so much better, so much better. Honestly, I wouldn't say I feel like a new woman yet, like I've been wanting to, but the bladder pain has literally almost gone. I've not had a hot water bottle on me, which I've been glued to a hot water bottle for like the past 2 weeks. So I've not had a hot water bottle on me, and I've not taken any meds. And yeah, even my incisions, the pain is sort of going down a bit, and I haven't got any kidney pain, any back pain today, because that was horrific. Like I can't even explain to you that pain. I can't even explain. But today I feel better, and I feel like today is the first official day
of like my road to recovery, and I feel like in a couple of weeks I'm going to be just absolutely fine. I really do feel like now I'm just on the road to recovery finally. So I feel so much happier, because I'm not gonna lie guys, I've been miserable the last 2 weeks. So today I've changed my bed sheets, I've got up, done my skincare, washed my hair, put some hair care in. I'm gonna do a bit of cleaning. I've tidied out my wardrobe, I've tidied the other room. I'm gonna do a bit of bleaching and cleaning now. But honestly, I just feel so much happier. So much happier. I'm not going to do too much, because I think that's where I can make the mistake of doing too much, but I just feel so much better. So I'm going to close the video here, I think, because I don't think there's probably going to be too much more to really say on this endo journey, but a journey it has been. 5 years and finally on the road to recovery. Obviously it does go back. It's different for everybody, different speeds for everybody, blah blah blah, but I'm gonna still keep taking my pill where it blocks my periods, because I just don't want to get any more endo or anything worse. Look at like when I scratch my face, look at like what it does straight away, it makes my face red. But I don't want to make anything worse until I start trying for kids, like then I'll come off the pill. So I'm gonna move to Dubai. Obviously I don't want anything happening, obviously we're moving to Dubai soon, so yeah, I'm going to turn this video off now. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. It is just Jessica X. Bye guys, have a beautiful time.